when the choir sings.
I guess so. Is that on? You should. You're on. You're on. Oh, anybody got glasses? Where's Leanne? Bo. Bo. Good afternoon, everyone. Is this on? Can you hear me? I don't think I need the microphone, but those are on. This one isn't on. Is this on? No. Well, you'll hear me anyways. So I'm here as the welcoming committee today. I want to thank you all for coming down to what seems to be the first event of the whole weekend, but it's not the first event since we started celebrating our 350th. So I want to personally thank the community who has come and shown up and attended in record numbers all the events, all the lectures, all the parties, all the fireworks, all the fun things that make this celebration real. Me and Harry spoke to a group from Westfield, England, about a year ago now, who, on behalf of us, was celebrating with us. We've become sister cities, if you will, not officially, but we had a dialogue. And that's when it really hit me personally on what an awesome job I have during the year of the 350th birthday party. And my job has been made very easy because I have decided to just stay out of the way and let the professionals handle it. And they have nailed every single event we have had. But it doesn't happen if the community doesn't get involved. So thank you for coming here today. Don't stop attending things. We go right up until the end of the parade. Actually, after the parade, the mummers play on the green at 4 o'clock. And there's something going on somewhere in Westfield between now and that time. Mother Nature, I think, is going to cooperate. Yeah, I've been watching the weather. Harry and Pete refuse to. But I've been watching, and there's some people up there looking out for us, so I appreciate that. What I'd like to do is start things off. We'll get right going with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if I can introduce, I feel at 350 because I need the glasses. Madeline Sales from the YMCA, and Adriana Seymour from the Boys and Girls Club. If you could come right up here, and everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it
And now, do you need the podium, Corey? You're good? Now I will introduce Corey Bruno, the leader, no small task, of the Westfield High School Choir.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now you can sit. Sorry about that. It says it right in my program. It gives me great honor to introduce former colleague, multi-year president of the City Council, who will introduce all the members of the council who are here today, Brent Bean.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for all coming tonight. I have the honor of introducing our city councilors that are here tonight. We have at-large City Councilor Matt Emershai, Ward 3 City Councilor Andrew Surprise, at-large City Councilor Cindy Harris, Ward 4 Councilor Mike Burns, at-large City Councilor Dave Flaherty, Ward 1 City Councilor Marianne Babinski, and Ward 5 City Councilor Les Lefebvre. Thank you very much.
Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the senator from our district, the Honorable Don Humison.
Oh, is the mic on? Okay, great. Well, good afternoon, everyone. What a tremendous honor it is to be here with all of you, students, seniors, citizens, and celebrants of our 350th birthday. I just want to say a couple of quick congratulations to Mayor Sullivan and to the council, obviously to Harry Rock and his team, who have worked so hard to put this event on over the course of the past, well, he's been working on it for much more than a year. And I think we can all agree that it's been a phenomenal year, culminating in this weekend. So I'll be brief. I'm just looking forward to celebrating with my family and with all of you, all the activities of the city that we have to offer. And they don't just end on Sunday night. We all love Westfield. We know this is a great community. There'll be a lot of things going on for the rest of, for the rest of our time here in the city. I'm very pleased to have a citation or resolution on behalf of the Massachusetts Senate to present to the city. I will not read it all, but I want to thank Peter Miller because it's his language that he researched and put together that Representative Vilas and I use in our resolutions from the House and from the Senate. We will give this to the city and present that. I don't know if it goes into the time capsule or if you do something with it, Mr. Mayor, but on behalf of the Senate, I have this. But I will read a citation from Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito, just a little birthday card to the city of Westfield, if you will. It says, "The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, City of Westfield, on behalf of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am pleased to confer upon the City of Westfield this Governor's citation in recognition of your 350th anniversary, given this 19th day in the city, 19th day of May in the year 2019, signed by Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito." Congratulations, happy birthday. Everybody enjoy everything. Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce our state representative, John Belis.
I have to come over here. I wasn't going to lean over Councilor Surprise and Councilor Harris for that. So, what an absolute honor to be here today. As Senator Humison and Mayor Sullivan said, it's truly not every day that you get to experience something as cool and as memorable as this. There are so many people in this room, and I think we'll have multiple opportunities to thank them this weekend. But Harry Rock, the team, the students for being here, the mayor, PJ Miller, the council, Senator Humison, the people of Westfield. The people of Westfield. I just want to say this. This is a city, when I woke up this morning today, I was kind of thinking about this, and probably like many of us, got a lot of memories and a lot of thoughts about our time in this beautiful city that we call home. And I just thought of a couple of things that make me so very proud to call this place my home. You know, I've got my grandfather who came over here from Greece with literally about 5 cents in his wallet, came through Ellis Island, and he came right over from Greece, and he came right to Westfield. And this is a city that welcomed him with open arms. Same exact thing, my mom's side, my grandfather, but from Ireland. So this is a city that means so very much to the Velas, the Murray side of the family, and so many of us. So I'm just very grateful that I have an opportunity to be here and to serve in my capacity as a state representative, because I absolutely love this place, I bleed this place, and just really happy to be here on this weekend. Thank you. Oh, and the reason I'm up here. I also have a resolution from the Massachusetts House of Representatives. I think I'll do the same thing the senator did, just we have it here. It's a resolution, it's not a citation. There are so many of our colleagues in Boston who just thought it was so very cool that we had our 350th anniversary. So for all to see, thank you so much.
And now I get all excited when I get to introduce her multiple times during a day. But for those of you that don't know Corey Bruno, we have the most fantastic leader of voices of Westfield High School. And those that know Pat Kennedy on the musical side with the instruments, we have two special people that have taken some of these students to very high levels throughout the Commonwealth and throughout the nation, quite honestly. And Corey, you're special. And I appreciate you being here. But students, just listen to her, and you can get to go places. Corey Bruno and the Westfield High School Choir. Now you need it? Okay.
Well, while the mayor is going to move my music stand for me,
Where would you like that?
right there is perfect.
How about
Thank you. I have to tell you really quickly, I know this isn't part of the show, but we just came back from Hershey, Pennsylvania last Sunday, where we mopped the floor with the competition. We competed in 6 categories, won first in 5, second in 1, 4 superiors, and 2 excellence. And we took the soloist award, and her name happens to be Hannah Rose Bruno.
You should hear her father sing. That's a.
You still can. It's on CD forever. All we have to do is sell one more record, and we'll go aluminum. We picked this song especially for today, and we used this as one of our competition pieces, and it is called America, the New Colossus. But we don't put that up.
I'm good. Thank you, Corey, and thank you, students. Someday, if you get a chance, you have to sit on the other side of Corey while she's doing that, because she has such passion in her face as she's directing these students. You can just see it oozing out of her to make sure they're hitting everything and hitting the right notes. But great job, as always. Thank you. I have two more introductions, and then I'll stop. One of them is going to be brief, but listen to the way I introduce him. He's a man of very, very few words. No, you're laughing. You don't know who I'm introducing yet. But he likes to stay under the radar. But I can tell you firsthand, and sitting in the position I do, there is no better right-hand man than P.J. Miller. He's over here in the corner. He makes things work and never looks for a thank you or any applause, so thank you for doing that for him. The other gentleman is a man of many, many words, and each one of them is passion-driven. And a year and a half ago, when we were sitting around, we meaning a group that was going to start putting this together this weekend and this whole year, actually, was who could lead it, who could do it. And one name stood above all. Without a doubt. And we asked Harry Rock if he would do it, because he was now retired and was going to be bored, and Ann was looking to get him out of the house and things like that. So we said it'll be easy. All you're going to do is a couple of events. Well, he has had one full calendar. And if I could, Harry, what do you get a person who has everything? But a token on behalf of the city. Just thanking you. On behalf of the city of Westfield, thank you, Harry Rock, for your dedication and leadership in celebration of our 350th birthday party. Harry Rock.
When he said a man of many words, I thought he was talking about his brother, Bo Sullivan. We've got a birthday party, everybody. Hey! And I'm not sure which camera I'm supposed to be looking at that's live, but I know Pete Coles has got it tuned in on me. But happy birthday to all of our residents in Westfield that aren't with us right now. But I have to tell you, I am very moved by how many people are in this room. And I don't know if they all got in here, whether we have some overflows in the outer room, but I expected 5. Let's see, I had myself. I knew the mayor would be here. I figured PJ would be, because we've been comrades in arms on this thing, so there was 3. And I figured, no, my wife, she'll always be with me. There was 4. And, oh gosh, one number 5, you know, Corey. Of course, Corey would be here, because we want to have her phenomenal singers. How about a nice round for those singers? Love having the city council here. Thank you so much for being here. Your support, your dedication, and your devotion to the city is unparalleled. But my citizens, my Westfielders, jeez. I didn't think I was going to get emotional over this. And then when I was listening to your singing, that's what put me over the top. It has been such a ride, but such an opportunity that I've been so indebted and appreciative of. When I got asked, I had only been retired for about 3 months. Ann and I were learning how to be retired. She'd been retired for a couple of years from Westfield Public Schools, so she was enjoying her life, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up in her life full time, 5 days a week. Instead of sending him off with his little lunch bag to work, I was hanging around. So when this offer came along, you know, for me, as I sat there listening, I said, oh boy, this is going to be a lot of work. But I thought about the fact that Ann and I have lived here for 28 years, and this is our home. And the way I spell Westfield is H-O-M-E, home. Some of you have heard me use that an acronym before, and that is how I spell it. We've lived here longer than we've lived anywhere else, 28 years. We moved here in 1991 when I was the director of the YMCA. Expected to be here for 5 years and then figured I was on to the next bigger Y in the next bigger city. But we found friends, we found family, we found a community that we loved, we embraced, and we're here to stay. It has been such a ride, and when I thought about, as I was sitting in that room, listening to the cell, the approach, I said, you know what, keep talking, because I'm probably not listening at this point. But what was churning in my head was the fact that 350 only comes around once. And somebody has to do it. And is it not our responsibility to give back to our city? Is it not a moral obligation to step up and say, yes, I will do it, I will help? We are the ones that make the city so great. We are the ones that makes Westfield a community that people want to move into. We are the people that people don't want to leave. We are the community of Westfield. And it is our responsibility to step up and to give back and to volunteer because we choose to, not because we're being paid to, not because we're being told to, and not because we have to. Because we choose to. That's the spirit we want in our city. Stepping up to make this place so special that our children, our youth, our young people will choose to remain here and don't feel that they have to move out because it's just Westfield. What I love about Westfield are all of the attributes. I apologize for having my back to you, Brent. All the attributes. It's my best side.
I didn't say that.
All the attributes that make Westfield so unique. Few cities our size, and cities even larger, have as many features and qualities and attributes as Westfield. Our own university, phenomenal school system, Boys and Girls Club, a YMCA, Children's Museum, ice rink, Stanley Park, our own hospital, Westfield State University, our own bike trail, the churches, the schools, Grandmother's Garden, our river. I've been a canoeist all my life, so I love the river. There's so many attributes that make this such a phenomenal place to live. And sometimes we tend to take those for granted. And so one of the things that we really focused on as a committee, my beloved volunteers, could not have done it without you. It takes a village, and you've been with me every step of the way. But one of the things that we talked about was civic pride. The importance of recognizing what civic pride is, a desire and a willingness to embrace a community, to love that community, and show that community everything that we're all about. This is what makes Westfield so special. This is what makes Westfield so special. We wanted to make this celebration fun because we said, if it's not fun, they're not coming, I'm not coming, so let's make it fun, and hopefully it has been. 2, make it memorable. Do it on a scale large enough with a wide enough impact that makes a difference, that every member of our community, whatever that number is, roughly around 42,000, feels an impact. Make everything that we do in this celebration memorable. And 3, make it educational. That was really important to our committee. And we've tried to do that. I forgot to bring down our history book. Hopefully you have purchased the history book that we're so proud of. That's going to sell out, so you better get your copies now. But that is a representation of what this community is all about. The plays that we put into the schools to all the 3rd and 4th graders, to every elementary school. The play, What Time in Westfield, if you have not seen it, see it. Oh, there it is. Somebody grab that over there. Bob, please grab that book. The play, Time in Westfield, phenomenal play. We've got one more offering of that tomorrow at 2 o'clock with a matinee. So please get to that. All of the Westfield schools have this book in their library. This was part of our legacy as a committee to donate this on behalf of Superintendent Zaporowski. It is about learning about our history, to understand where we came from, to appreciate where we are today, to create that inspired vision of the future. The past, the present, and the future. We need to remember the past, but we can't dwell on it. We need to appreciate where we are, but we need to focus on the future. The future is our community. These are the young people. You're our future. And it's our job to make sure that your future is as bright as it can be. And we're doing our best job. And when I look at the schools, and I had an opportunity to get in almost every school this year, I was so moved by the dedication of the teachers and the superintendent and all the support that we had. It was just amazing. When you do something like this, it's never about one person. And I'm always uncomfortable about being up here because that's where when I was the director of the Y, I was interviewed once and somebody asked me, a reporter asked me, they said, "What's the easiest job you have?" And I said, receiving credit for what others do. Because when I sit at the top, all the work that's getting done down below, that attention comes to me. So I'm uncomfortable being up here because it was the work of the volunteers throughout we probably have over 200 volunteers when you add them all up. But the board of directors that we had, 14 of us, it was just incredible. But also the support of this city. I could not have even begun to ask to have this city polished up and presented in a way that is deserving of 350 years. Without the mayor's office, Mayor Sullivan, you've been outstanding. Community Development Office, P.J. Miller, where did he go? There he is in the corner. Yeah, he disappears quick.
He gets around.
P.J., what a ride we've been. We were out in the van today. We were delivering all the stuff for the Children's Carnival earlier today. He's been such a great help to me to navigate City Hall and licensing and all the other things that we had to get through. The police department, outstanding. Police auxiliary. This weekend, they aren't going to get a bit of sleep. I feel so bad for them. But what a group of volunteers out there. The DPW, Casey Berube back here. I'm not sure if anyone else is back here. But what work they have put into making this city shine. It's just amazing what has happened over the week. Yes. The G&E, the fire department, they have all stepped up and helped make this city what it is. A couple of other recognitions I really want to make. You've all seen the big cake on the green. And that was, it's interesting, when I got asked to do this job, all of a sudden everybody was peppering me with thoughts on what we should be doing. There were three resonating themes that kept coming out. So people my age remembered the 1969 celebration, and there were three things that they recalled from that. One, they recalled the parade, and I'm thinking, yeah, we can do a parade. We can make that happen. Two, they remembered the mummers out of Philadelphia, and I'm thinking, well, if I do enough fundraising, yeah, we can make that happen, and we have, because you're going to have the mummers in this parade. And three, the other thing that everyone remembered was the cake on the green. The cake on the green. And that one, I groaned because I said, oh boy, I'm not sure if I can pull that one off, because I'm just imagining what that must cost and what it would take to do that. So I went to see a gentleman by the name of Bruce Scheibel, who's the owner, president of West Tech Architectural Woodworking up on the north side. And I took him out to lunch, and I talked to him, and I talked to him, and I wore him down. And he said yes, he would build us that cake. And he did, and oh, what a cake it is. So let's give him a round of applause. The designer of that cake is Justin White, right back here. Wave your hand, Justin. And Bruce's daughter hand-painted all of the carnations. If you look carefully at every carnation, there's 56 of them. Every one of those is hand-painted. That cake is 25 feet wide, 16 and a half feet tall, and weighs about 2,000 pounds. It has 350 electrical outlets in it. You want to see a wiring harness, that is amazing. And my special thanks to Paul Aslan from Elm Electric, who did all the work on that. It was just absolutely amazing. So we've got a big celebration coming, and I'm going to be brief and kind of bring it to an end at this point. But I just want to say thank you to all of you. We have worked so hard as a committee. 2 years we've been on this ride, and oh, what a ride it has been. And so it's going to be fun, it'll be educational, and it will be memorable. So make sure you get to the big pancake breakfast tomorrow. You're going to love that. Make sure you get to the hot dog roast. All free hot dogs for the kids, the first 1,000 kids that come through at the Children's Carnival. Andrea Allard is chairing that from the YMCA at the Amelia Park Complex. The Beach Boys tribute band after the Children's Carnival, and then the fireworks. Now, you all know we don't have a 4th of July fireworks, but don't worry, we're making up for it, because this is going to be the biggest show Westfield has ever seen, and I can pretty much guarantee that. So we're excited. But the thing that I'm most excited about is our birthday. Sunday, May 19th. We were founded in 1669. May 19th, on Sunday, is our big parade. And oh, what a parade it's going to be. Many people have come to me and asked, is there going to be anyone watching it, because everyone's in it? And that's about right. We have 45 floats, we have bands, we have, I think, probably 70 classic cars, we have tractors. If you can pull it, if you can drive it, if you could push it, it's in the parade pretty much. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kicks off at 11 o'clock. Come early, find your spot. It's coming all the way from Stanley Park right by here, and it'll...
Form up at 11.
1 o'clock, I'm sorry, yeah, we're staging at 10, I'm sorry, 1 o'clock, thank you. My committee jumps right in, they know these details. 1 o'clock we take off, and right by here, and then turning left on Elm, and then we'll be breaking up right at the big parking lot by the, on Arnold Street by the bus station. So I just want to say thank you to my citizens, all of you, because you're the reason that we're doing this. Without you, there's no reason to have a celebration. It's the treasured citizens, the families, the children, the teens, the seniors, everyone that makes this community so wonderful. I thank you, I salute you, and for my wife, Ann, and myself, we both cherish the fact that you have embraced us as part of your community. Thank you very much. All right. Similar to Representative Vilas, I forgot why I was up here. I know, right. Don't worry. We're workout buddies at the Y, so we can say things to each other. So, as in any celebration, there is some gifts that we want to leave to the city. A couple of them, one that I'm particularly proud of, is the history book. This is the representation of what makes Westfield Westfield. It's not everything about Westfield. We've been here 350 years, 365 days, making history every day, every minute. I had 240 pages to capture that. You can't do it all. So not everything's in here. My own church didn't even make it, and they remind me of that all the time. But our place with God stands forever, so that's not a problem. So not everything is in here, but it does represent our city, and I'm so pleased and proud of this. The other thing that I'm really excited about, there's a mural up here, and this was a surprise. This comes from, and I don't know much about it, and I apologize. Who's the teacher that put this together? Can you quickly just stand up and just, what is this?
This is from Westfield High School, that it shows the photography class, and all the students went out and took pictures of Westfield and the people of Westfield. So it's spelled out Westfield, and those are the people in black and white, and the background is different places that the students went around and took pictures of colors.
Outstanding. And we even have a cake. If you go by the lectern right here, we have a cake commemorating Westfield 350 years that was donated by Cheryl Rivera, the Registry of Deeds, in appreciation of having a local office here. So thank you very much, Cheryl. Behind the singers, and you aren't going to be able to see this right now, but make sure you do make a point of going there, is our time capsule. In 1969, if anybody in this room can prove me wrong, we're waiting for it, but we have not been able to find any record or anyone that recalls a time capsule from 1969, so we don't think one exists. But we wanted to make sure that we had one. And so there's two tables right behind the singers, and you'll see two time capsules. There's actually two chambers that we're going to be using. We're not sealing it today, but we've laid out all of the items that are on the table so that you'll have a chance to see just what's going in there. That time capsule will be opened in 2069, 50 years from now. Now, I will not be around. Your job, because you're all young enough, is 50 years from now, add 50 to whatever your age is now, you're still going to be here. You're going to say, oh yeah, that old guy that was talking at the microphone was saying something about a time capsule, and this is our 400th anniversary, and where is that? And where is it? It's going to be in the city clerk's office with Karen Fannion. Thank you very much. And they have a special, yep, let's give them a hand of applause. And they have a special vault that's, I don't know the proper term, but it's got the right temperature and humidity, and everything will be preserved perfectly for 50 years from now. So make sure that you remember those will be sealed, and on the top it says what they're all about. Now, the other thing that we are going to be unveiling as a permanent gift to the city is on the outer hallway, on the outer wall of this hallway right here. We're all going to move out there. There is a mural that was put together by Pat Conant, who's an artist here in the city, was a professor at Westfield State University, has worked very, very hard on that. Gift from the Westfield Cultural Council funding. Do I have that right? Yes, I do. Okay. I'll get worried that we have so many. Where's Pat? Where's Pat? Oh, there's Pat. Pat, stand up for a second. So Pat, we thank you for your gift. That is a lasting legacy that will last forever. And we're really, really excited about it. I have not even seen it. I want to give thanks again to West Tech Architectural Woodworking, who built the frame and mounted it for us. It's been up there for about 2 weeks. It's been covered with a black shroud. I walk by it every day. I'm thinking I should look. No, I better not, because I want to be surprised just like you. So what we're going to do at this point, we have two exits. We're all going to try to get into the hallway and crowd ourselves in, and there's a lot of you, but we will have the unveiling at that point.
Before everyone gets up, the city council would like to say a few words before you go.
Okay. First, Harry, you're staying here. So, Mike here. Harry, on behalf of the Scouts and all the kids in the city, I have a special little gift for you. Harry gave a lot of credit. The core team is about 20 people, and there truly are hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. A whole bunch of them are little kids in the city. We went to Harry with an idea for a geocache, and he said, "Geo what?" And it has turned out to be quite the event. So for the #1 guy in the city today, here is the geocache. #1. So all the coins are #1. So those of you out there playing the game, you know they're numbered 1 to 1,000. Harry's got #1. So congratulations, Harry. Thank you very much for everything.
Mr. Mayor.
Please hold. I gotta check with the people that really make things work around here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave this here for now.
I'm waiting for the signal that says we've unveiled, but I told you, a man of many, many words. And I bet you will be here in 50 years, watching you work out and things like that. You will be here.
For 17 minutes and 9 seconds, that's 1669.
Anyone that plays the numbers, I would go with that today. Are we ready out in the hall? Working on it. So we had this, it's on the wall permanently, but we didn't want everyone to see it when they were walking, especially Harry. I think you're going to be very surprised at your permanency in the city. But the people that have shown up, like I said at the beginning of this, and Harry said this from day one, was about the kids, about the citizens, and the kids at heart. And I think he hit them all. So can I just have one more round of applause for our rock, Harry. Yes, he is. I think what we'll do, are we ready? Yes. So we're going to start with the choir first, and they can walk out. What you'll do, walk out this door, take a left, and then take a left. Right on the other side of this wall here, you'll see it. And we'll just keep the procession going and right back around. Or that is the end of our ceremony in here, so you can walk right out the door. There's a whole lot going on, so pay attention. And please take a piece of cake. Is there a knife up there? Use your hands. We're all friends.
For you.